Action is Jimmy Brandon and the main man, Daniel Routledge.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Let's get straight into the two-team list, starting with the Greater London Leopards, and they may be giving up their title tonight, but at least they have a chance to influence its destination. Perhaps more importantly, though, for the Big Cats, they can pick up 2 more valuable points in their hunt for that top 4 finish. Looking at the starting 5, Rashad Johnson passed a late fitness test on a heavily strapped right ankle and will start. He, of course, made his debut in the Cup final against Sheffield and has been a major factor in their return to form this year. Looking to the Sheffield Sharks then, and when Sheffield last won the title, their form in the final month was anything but championship-winning material. This time around, they can ill afford to be as sloppy in March. They can perhaps afford only 1 more defeat if they want to win the ultimate prize. Conlon and Myers in the backcourt grab most of the headlines, but the likes of Johnson and Cawthorne inside tonight will be key as they look to contain the duo of Youngblood and Tim Moore, one of only 4 guys in the league to average a double-double every night. We're ready to go then. It's the Leopards against the Sharks, and it will be Youngblood against Johnson. Youngblood wins the tip. It's back to Burks, and Rashad Johnson thought about a quick 3 and decided against it. Does look like to get a 3 up early if he possibly can. Burks to Youngblood, way outside, lobbed inside to Tim Moore. Tim Moore converts for 2. Nice move in the low post from Tim Moore. And the bookies say tonight that the Sheffield Sharks are going to win this one by 7. Do you think that might be a little bit much there?
I think it'll be a little bit more difficult than that. I think Leopards are really up for this one. And I think it's going to be an exceptional game. Maybe down to the wire.
Travis Conlon with a 3 to get the Sharks off the mark. And Travis Conlon with the steal as well, runs it back to Terrell Myers, slammed home by Pete Scantlebury, and a quick smart play by the Sharks there.
Yeah, you know, this good defensive team as well as being able to score, and I think Leopards going to have to handle that ball a little bit better.
Here's Burks looking inside to Youngblood. Youngblood chases it down, then gives it back to him. Good defense from Johnson to make it difficult for Youngblood in the post. Here's Tim Moore lining up a 3. Tim Moore off right, rebound Will Johnson. Conlon with a quick feed to Cawthorne. Back out to Myers. Scantlebury, the veteran in the corner, dribbles up top, hands over to Cawthorne. Myers getting the better of Burks in the low post. Good feed to Johnson. It was a bit low. Still Johnson steps through. Yes! And good interior play there by the Sharks.
Yeah, Sheffield coming out buzzing. I mean, you know, the intensity, I think Leopards going to have to step it up. A lot of the loose ball things, I said in the paint, that's one of the things I'm talking about. Not necessarily above the rim rebounds, but certainly any balls that run inside that.
Ben Baum coming off the screen through the key and pulls up from 8 or 9 feet for a nice jump shot.
Yeah, very nice jump shot.
Ooh, Rashad Johnson going after the steal, but Terrell Myers just kept it away from him. Cawthorne giving some room behind the arc. Can't give TC that sort of space.
That's what he does so well for other big men. He really should. He's worked on his jump shot the last few years and is now one of the better 3-point shooters in the league. He's an example of a player who maybe that's not his main asset, but add that to his arsenal.
Sheffield, the best 3-point shooting team in the league. Youngblood going to work in the low post. There's Tim Moore on the offensive glass. I said he's one of only 4 guys in the league to average a double-double. He really goes after the offensive ball.
Tim Moore is an exceptional player. He really goes after it. So is Youngblood. They're a formidable tandem inside, and you know Sheffield's going to have to deal with it throughout the course of the game.
Cawthorne again for 3. Yes, Todd Cawthorne, 2 of 2 from deep. Here's another look at it, Jim.
There it is. Nice little 3-point spots up. Doesn't do too much. If the guy comes at him, maybe goes by him or kicks it. Very fundamentally sound, Todd Cawthorne.
If we see Sheffield perfect in their first 3 3-point shots here tonight. Youngblood just having a word with the referee.
Very emotional game, and my hat's off to Andy Birch for taking control of that early, letting both teams know where he stands and not letting it get out of hand.
Andy Thackeray.
Very professional by the referees.
Andy Birch. It's Andy Thackeray. Rather.
Oh, sorry about that, Andy Thackeray. Sorry, Andy Birch. Wish you were here.
There's Tim Moore. Moore driving through the middle, draws the foul. I think it's on Scantlebury. Yes, it is. The blocking foul on Pete Scantlebury. Just not quite got the quick enough feet there to go with the big man. It'll be a sideline ball to Eric Burks. And the foul called on Will Johnson underneath, pushing foul. He's having a word with the referee, wasn't too sure about that one. He appears to have some sort of blood on his shirt there. I'm not sure whether it's he or another player that's bleeding.
Hey,
there is somebody bleeding.
I said it's going to be tough down in the paint there. Oh, we got a dunk.
Inside.
We got a dunk. It's all happening underneath that basket. Hey, maybe Holyfield and...
Myers from way out for three. He was deep on that one.
Here's this beautiful rainbow jump shot, man. He really knocks it down. From good shooters from the outside, I would say.
That's all 5 now of the Sheffield starters on the score sheet already. Youngblood again, good defense in the post, the bound from 16, short on that one, and there was a foul on the rebound. It was on Robert Youngblood. Holding foul, says the referee.
That's one of those things you don't want to give the ref too much jogging, because he might remember you. There's a choice between 1 or 2 players with a foul, he'll get you. And it looks like it was happening, because Youngblood didn't look like he touched anyone.
Myers coming along the baseline, fouled by Scantlebury. Good defense though from Johnson. He knocked it loose, and Myers got another dribble. Myers pulls up for 3, and at last Sheffield missed one from deep, but oh, well saved. Great save by Moore. And Johnson's away the other end quickly. Had it knocked away by Myers. And perhaps Johnson wanted to back out there 1-on-3. Cawthorne again for 3.
Oh! TC! The three-pointer. Knocking it down, baby. Look at that shot. Bang!
Burks going to the basket quickly, and that's Harry Burks, as we know him, slice into the basket.
And you look at Cawthorne, the first guy down the court, he's so quick, he has so many different things that he does for them offensively. Keeps it alive, shoots outside, runs the floor better than most big men.
There he is in the corner, he's got 9 points already, 3 threes. Conlon up top. Cawthorne again for 3, short on that one. And it's rebounded by Robert Youngblood. Youngblood turning point guard. Gets it back from Baum inside. And Tim Moore backs it out, hands over to Eric Burks, and the Leopards look to Billy Mims as he calls a play, and they reset.
They slid Tim Moore to the 3 spot, trying to give him a little bit of advantage against maybe Peter Scantlebury. They haven't really taken advantage of it yet. Looking at it now.
Yeah, that's where they go. Tim Moore inside, shot clock down to 1. It's got to go, and it does from Johnson.
Oh! Big shot from Rashad. Big shot. With a hand all in it. The clock goes all over him.
Shot clock about to expire, and defense all over him, and he's still hit nothing but net.
Think about Vasson Johnson. If he has good shot selection, he really, is going to be very effective tonight. Sometimes he throws up some wild ones, but when he's playing smart, he's hot.
Good hands from Burke. Well, the referee calls a foul on that one. Billy Mims didn't agree with it. What was your opinion of that one, Jim?
Billy Mims is saying it was a clean steal.
He certainly is still having a word or two with the referee as he's called a timeout. You can see he's asking that was a clean steal, not a foul, but he has called a timeout. He spent a lot of it talking to the referee here, but now he goes back to his huddle. We'll go down and take a listen to his timeout.
Hey, you know what, so far, guys? We've been in the press all damn week, and we put pressure on the yellow team. We ain't played nobody with any pressure tonight. There's been no pressure. I don't know why we're pressing. We're standing and look at them. We didn't rotate out of anything. They swing the ball, they spot up, stand there and shoot. We ain't went at anybody hard. On the offensive end, you're going to get what you want, okay? But you so far have been back. They even come out the aggressive. Let's hit on the shot. If you keep blocking out, let's run. When we get it, let's run. Hey.
Now, what he appears to be saying in that timeout, Jim, is he's not happy with the aggression on the defense. And if we look at the shooting, 5 of 7 from Sheffield, it's tremendous shooting, but they have had good looks at it.
Yeah, we always say in the coaching industry, never let the guy have, 2, certainly 3 shots in a row open. If he's going to hit the first 1 or 2, at least adjust, make him do something different.
Inside to Johnson, sells the fake. Tim Moore went up and bought it. and had nowhere to go but foul Will Johnson.
Hey, it's physical in there. I told you. Billy Mims is pumped up, isn't he? Maybe we need to get him in the paint there.
I think we do, yeah. I think they could do with him in the paint there.
Here it is now. Going up, swatting. Will Johnson, very smart. Dips in, dips the shoulder, gets the foul. Young players out there, if you're under the basket and other players are jumping to block your shot, you know, and they're leaning towards you, just jump up, dip your shoulder slightly, get the body contact, you get a foul, and hopefully an N1.
Once a guy's in the air, it's always going to be his foul.
That's right. Thank Coach Brandon next time you see him.
Johnson gets a nice roll on the second. Eric Burks bringing it back for the Leopards. Burks trying to get it inside to Youngblood. They've had difficulty getting that low post pass in on that side. There's Tim Moore way long on the turnaround jump shot, and it was knocked out of bounds by Terrell Myers. Johnson.
Good penetration, kick.
Eric Burks for three, and we've seen some long bombs tonight.
Exactly, and that was a shot he had to hit. When he's hot, he's hot. Sometimes a little bit inconsistent, but certainly a great shot that one. Peter Scandalberg, right back at him, and that's Sheffield's forte. You sting us, we're gonna come right back at you.
Just a stoppage in play as Terrell Myers ties up his shoelaces there. It'll be a Leopards ball at the other end. There is Myers. Just doing up his boots.
Sheffield's most dangerous after you've just done something great offensively. They come right back at you. They don't let you take pictures, as we say.
It's always the best way when they're celebrating a big shot like that.
Taking pictures, yeah.
They're looking up to the big screen above us, see if there's a replay.
There's a replay.
How's Scandalberg's back there making a layup? Great pass from Burks. Oh, and it's missed underneath by Rashad Johnson.
Trademark pass.
A tremendous one-handed pass.
Trademark pass by Burke. He whips it. They know that the defense is not looking. Hey, the guy's got to catch it, though. Give credit to Johnson for catching that. It was a bullet, wasn't it?
It was a bullet. Saw a couple of them in the All-Star game last weekend. To Danny Lewis, of all people, as Tim Moore goes to the basket and draws the foul.
How about that hang time by Moore? See that?
He was up there.
He was moving around a little bit. I thought he was fanning the backboard, trying to dry it a little bit. Gets up there, moves it around, hang time.
Waited to draw the foul, and once he drew it, tried to convert a three-point play. Couldn't get the shot to go, but makes the first from the foul line.
That reminds me of Ted Berry. Ted Berry does that for me up in Edinburgh. He goes up and has lunch, and then he comes down.
Ted Berry pretty much does everything out there. He does a bit of everything.
Selling popcorn. Teddy Terrific, we call him.
Back on the Sharks then. They lead by 4 with just over 3 to play here in the first quarter. Will Johnson going to work against
nice
Brown.
move.
Tough move. Conlon chasing it down, but eventually Johnson got there first. Tim Moore off the long feed from Johnson. Moore spinning on Scantlebury. Good feed to Ben Bam.
Oh, blew it. Gotta make that one.
Johnson thought about it, gave it inside to Youngblood. Youngblood back out to Johnson.
Nice pass.
Baum in the corner for 3.
Oh, he's usually hot. He's not knocking him down today.
Does have a nice touch, the big man. Scantlebury for 3. Scantlebury knocks out the 3.
Hey, the governor.
Now, when Scantlebury came in and he replaced Matt Gaudio after that knee injury, a lot of people thought that would take away from Sheffield. They'd lost a lot from there, but Scants has done a great job there.
Because he's a veteran. He knows how to do many things. Remember, veterans really know how to do things better than even themselves when they were younger. And I saw he brought a professionalism in addition to what they already had to the team.
He had that tremendous game up against Manchester that me and you were at. Tremendous win for Sheffield.
Unbelievable penetration here. Burks goes to the bucket. So good at this. Now he's added that jump shot to his game, Burks. So you got to respect it, and then it gives him a chance to penetrate. But yeah, you got to remember too, though. Scantlebury's back in his town. The governor's back in London.
Tim Moore driving through the middle, had it knocked away and put in by Ben Brown. We're on the subject of Matt Gowdy. I don't know if you noticed, but the Sheffield players all have a little M on their shorts, and they've done that in sort of memory to Matt Gowdy. It was a Mike Hay with a big three from the corner. Huge three, but I don't know if you've seen that on the shorts. They all have M on it in respect for
look at that three.
Gowdy. That's a great three.
Dude, by Poirier.
There is the M on the shorts there from Matt Gaudio, and that's a nice touch because he was a big part of that team for the first half of the season.
The reason why Sheffield, something that's always overlooked about Sheffield, one of the reasons why they've always been such a good team is because they've always been close-knit. They've tried to recruit that way. They build and bond players' personalities and characters and rapport, and they do a lot of different things to do that, and that's why they do it when the chips are down.
Good hands from Conlon there to knock it loose.
They have a lot of respect and camaraderie between each other.
Here's another look. Pass was there, but Conlon just got his hand in the passing lane. Back court.
Yep.
Johnson with his foot on the line. We're right on the halfway line right here. That was an easy spot for us.
They're not, you know, that's a lack of concentration. He shouldn't be doing that. That's an obvious one. Get your feet planted, know where you are.
Certainly shouldn't be doing that on your own home court. Conlon round the high screen for three, way off.
Thought it was a foul.
Hawthorne with the save, trying to throw it off the legs of Youngblood, but
Billy
missed
Mim
them.
finally got a rebound in there. He's been aching for that.
He's not checking in right now though, but Depish is, and Steadroy Baker is coming in as well. Burks and bound to the bench. Here is Steadroy Baker fresh into the game.
Two quality England guards going up each other. Steadroy Baker against Ian McKinney.
Baker gets it to Youngblood. Tim Moore spinning baseline on Windle. Nice move from Tim Moore along the baseline. McKinney kicks it out to Cawthorn. Payne kicking it round to McKinney in the corner, inside to Cawthorn now. Shot clock into single figures as turnaround.
The fade.
Big play to see, and he's the first man into double figures.
That was beautiful. That was a Jordan-like turnaround fade away.
Depish giving some space. Depish for three.
Right back at you.
Big shot from Depish.
Hey, his bomb's away now. We got 52 points going the first quarter, and it ain't over.
Straight off the bench and hits a big three. How about that?
Absolutely. That's his job, though, and he does it well. He has a brother who does it pretty well, too, I tell you, pal. Twin brother.
They're looking to tick it down here, Sheffield. It's to Windle. Cawthorn for three. That one's short. Depish trying to fight for it. Saved. Knocked out of bounds. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. And it's Todd Cawthorn's stunning shooting. He's got 11 points here in the first quarter. At the end of one, it's the Greater London Leopards 25, the Sheffield Sharks 30. We'll be right back after this.
Live Cup football coming up for you in the next few days here on Sky Sports. On Sunday afternoon from 1 o'clock on Sky Sports 2, Manchester United take on Chelsea in the 6th round of the FA Cup. And on Monday night, Sky Sports 1 from 7 is action from the 5th round of the Scottish FA Cup as Greenock Morton take on Celtic. The Greater London Leopards trail the Sheffield Sharks by 5. It looks like Todd Cawthorn enjoyed his 9-day break. Let's get back to Daniel and Jimmy.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Straight into the match facts here, Jim. And three-point shooting is impressive by both teams. But Sheffield, 7 of 11 is really good shooting.
Yeah, they're both shooting well from the three-point line, but Sheffield gets 6 more shots than Leopards. And, you know, they got to stop leaving Cawthorn open.
If we look at the next page where the rebounds are, we might see why they're getting the more shots. Leopards with 3 turnovers. And mind you, Leopards doing a good job.
They're winning the battle of the boards, but Sheffield hasn't had to get many rebounds. They're all going in right now.
They've been shooting the ball very well, so there aren't that many rebounds in the game thus far.
Look out for the matchups of bench scoring, too. Both teams have guys who come off the bench and score some points.
Out come the two teams then for the second quarter. It'll be Will Johnson against Robert Youngblood once again for the jump ball. And And Youngblood tips it back. It's the 2 5s that ended the first quarter, with the exception of Cawthorn has taken himself a breather and nice move to the middle. Tim Moore for the slam.
Tim Moore.
Slippery, they call him, and he was slippery on that play, wasn't he?
He's slippery and powerful. Just the finish is always a thunderous one with Moore, more times than not. Running Ian McKinney off some screens, see if we get him open for his three-point shots.
Foul in the post on Robert Youngblood. You were talking about Ian McKinney. Ian McKinney, Mike Payne, the 2 best three-point shooters in the league so far this season.
Here's a replay here, trying to get inside the guys in the paint. We can't quite see, really battling it, but Steady Baker sticking to Ian McKinney because they know how great shooter he is.
There he is, finding all the twine on that shot.
Speaking of the devil.
Baker.
I'd like to know what he's shooting. We're shooting 72% from the three-point line, which is phenomenal at one point in the season.
Dropped to 61, Jim.
That's still phenomenal.
That's still phenomenal, yeah. Foul called underneath on Will Johnson.
Always had a good eye for shooting. Knew that he would develop into one. Also owns the record. Not many people know Ian McKinney owns the record for the longest shot ever made in basketball. I believe Guinness Book of Records. Believe we're going to be placed there. Be played there, going up nice and strong. The battle of the paint, as I said, is going to make a difference tonight. But owns the record for the longest shot ever. I was there. It was amazing.
How far was it?
It was incredible. It was longer than a basketball court.
Tim Moore, off right. I've just been told it's 95 feet.
95 feet.
Just a bit longer than a court.
That's right.
Makes the second.
I tried it a couple of times. I had my arm in a sling for about 2 days.
Myers offered 2 high screens. Now he's double teamed and he somehow hangs on to the ball before getting into Wendell. Myers driving through the middle, get the foul. Not sure if it was before the shot or not. Yes, it was, said the referee. It'll be an end-line ball. Quick lob into Mike Payne. Smart play. Oh, great play by Terrell Myers. Just caught the Leopards asleep there.
Yeah, Devish had the big pillow out on that one, and this over the top. Michael Payne, 6'6.5" shooter, just jumped up, grabbed the ball down, shot it back.
Devish called for the foul as well, so Mike Payne with the three-point play opportunity.
You know, the great thing about Sheffield, you know, and they're doing it in this game, the little heads-up things, the little heady things, the things that, you know, the cunning of the game, they're really, really good at.
Certainly plenty of small plays already tonight. Johnson knew that one was going off. He went to chase it down himself, but came all the way out to Steadroy Baker.
Ooh, Youngblood's got a young fellow on him. I'm surprised they didn't go back down to it.
Richard Wendell, that young fella that's guarding Youngblood. Nice shot from Tim Moore, who had the old fella from Scantlebury guarding him.
Yeah.
Myers coming back quickly. Still Terrell Myers all the way off the glass. A little too strong, and Youngblood came up with it. Baker spies a gap and then runs back when he sees it filled by 3 shots defenders. Looking for more in the low post, nowhere to go there. Baker picks up and gets Youngblood out high. Time ticking down on the Leopards' offense as Johnson pulls up for 3 short.
That one he needs to keep going to the bucket. You know, he got the switch on the pick and rolls. He kept going to the bucket rather than pulling for the jumper. He can get that anywhere.
McKinney, good defense from Baker to deny him an open shot. Now he finds it in the corner, and McKinney short. And Johnson and Wendell are having some pushes and shoves there. There's a height difference, but Rashard Johnson wasn't going to back that down. Yeah. And there was a double foul called on the 2 players.
Well, now you know why they call him Bam Bam, Richard Wendell. I mean, he can he can handle himself in the paint for sure. Sheffield lad, he likes it nice and rough down there.
There's Johnson, and now Wendell comes in. The referee just telling them to cut it out. let's get on with the game.
And, you know, give Bam Bam some credit, Richard Wendell. I mean, he's a young fella in there just winding the veterans up, believe it. Keeps a calm face. He knows his role. If he can wind Youngblood and Johnson up, it just helps his team win. So, you know, a very smart, intelligent head, savvy head on the young guy's shoulders.
Football violation on Terrell Myers. The 10 seconds that are ticked off the 30-second clock are put back on as it's reset. Chris Finch very quiet on the bench tonight. He hasn't yet, I don't think, come up off the seat.
Oh!
Big slam.
Tomahawk slam. Oh, we got to see that one again.
He got past him and then just lined it up.
Hello.
And the Leopards trim it till 3. That's their closest they've been since the start of the game. Tim Moore, though, scored the last 6 points from the floor for the Leopards.
That was a monstrous dunk.
Johnson now going to the bench after picking up foul number 3 here early in the second quarter. And pretty certain we won't see him till the second half now.
Yeah, but you know, again, the interesting thing about this game is the chess game that's between Billy Mims and Chris Finch. Both of them have bench players who are more than capable. I mean, Leopards have Atwell and Moore on the sideline who are good players in their own right, haven't even got on yet.
Brian Moore yet to get on the floor. Tim Moore obviously already on the floor, just in case there was a confusion on that one. Eric Burks is the man to replace Johnson. Baker for 3. Nobody in there but Wendell to rebound, and hence he came up with it.
Billy Mims shaking his head, probably not the one they wanted.
Conlon, with the soft touch, but soft
got the
enough.
push.
Baker running it back. Now he's in trouble as Conlon comes over. Will take a jump ball.
Steve's got to keep it simple and keep his head up because they're running and doubling him. Here's it. Yeah, the guy's coming at him. If he can just keep his head and find the open man, he'll be all right.
2 are up there. There's Brian Moore getting ready to check in the game. You're just talking about him, Jim.
Another sharpshooter, a guy who can really stick it from the outside.
Travis Conlon wins the jump ball. I'm sure he doesn't win that many this season, although he doesn't face too many guys as small as Stevoy Baker. The shot long from Scantlebury. Burks with the quick outlet to Baker. Baker.
Finishes it.
Saw Myers coming and made it a little bit more difficult than perhaps it needed to be. Myers under pressure from Burks. Rebound Scantlebury. And I think that's the second time he's just gone
the
and
little
back
things, the little things of the game. He's such a veteran, been around. Most capped player in England's history. Just such a smart player.
Assistant coach as well now for England.
So now he can tell everybody to pass him the ball.
Tim Moore getting nice pass inside to Burks on the spin. He was long on the shot.
Missed layups in here. Conlon, then Burks.
Conlon running it back now. Still Travis Conlon. I think Stevoy Baker had the same thought on you on that call, Jim.
Well, Billy Mims a little bit upset because he's saying that they're not calling both ways that way. I mean, yeah, there's some situations in the game you would say not foul, sometimes they foul, but whatever you call, keep it there. Keep it there for the whole game.
Billy Mims has called a timeout. Let's go down and take a listen.
Hey, I don't know if you want to win this game bad enough. I just don't know if you want to win it bad collectively. A couple of individuals are playing really hard. We're playing so mentally poor right now. Okay? We're making mistakes all over the floor. Mistakes on defense, mistakes on offense, mistakes in transition. Who was blocking out Pete Scantlebury that last layup? We're giving up wide open threes and easy layups and turning the ball over. The last 3 plays, the 4 plays, they've had Richard Wendell guarding Robert Youngblood, and he ain't got the ball one time. Guys, if we're going to allow them to do that and shut out Blood, shut out Tim, we're going to take jump shots, we're going to get beat. We have got to take advantage of every single possession. All right? Hey, next offense is going to be 7 high. Wait on it, get the ball inside.
Now, one of the things he was saying there was how Pete Scantlebury, nobody was blocking him out as he went in for that rebound, second chance points. Now, if we look at the stats we have here, it's actually Leopards who have done quite well on the old second chance points. So they got 8 off 5 rebounds.
Yeah, but you know, the Sheffield one's hurt because they're shooting, you know, better. And I think the most important thing he's saying is that, you know, they're not being smart. And this is the part of the backcourt. They got mismatches down low with Scannenberg against Moore. I think even more Youngblood against Richard Wendell. And they haven't even gone to him. What's going on here?
That's what Billy said in his timeout there. We've got to go into blood if he's being guarded by Richard Wendell. We'll see if they do on this trip.
And the point guards have to wake up because the lady in the 8th row should know that.
Burks now for the Leopards. There they are going into Youngblood. Now he goes to work on Wendell, and that's exactly what.
Why didn't they do that before? Exactly.
And Billy turns to his bench and says, see, I told you, good steal. There's the first turnover of the game for the Sheffield Shots, 15 minutes in. Brian Moore going baseline off the glass. Nice move
there.
And suddenly, it's a 2-point game.
Hey. You know, the scary thing, I think, for Sheffield is that you know, I think they're playing X's and O's better than Leopards, and they're not winning by much.
I mean, that's what Billy was saying in his timeout. Chris Finch has obviously said enough. He's up and animated, calling a timeout here. We'll continue this conversation in a minute. First of all, we're going to go down and have a listen to what Chris has to say to his team.
You got Youngblood. You move over, you got Moore, right? Or you still got Moore. You got Youngblood. You got Deppin. All right? Listen. Just want to take a timeout. Don't want to let him get on any runs. All right, let's make sure we're patient. We get nothing real quick down there. Okay, we get anything we want against them. Really, we can. All right, it's okay. That's all right. Let's make up for it down here. Defensively, we broke down and gave him an easy basket with a baseline spin. We can't have that. Flat out can't have it. Okay? All right, here we go. Let's go. Here we go, defense.
Now, Todd Cawthorn there, we got his points by quarter here. He had that good 11 points in the first quarter. He's yet to score here in the second period, Jim.
No, he hasn't, but, you know, he's not done, and I think he's going to step up. The thing about Cawthorn, he's not a selfish player, so he'll step up when he needs to. Very unselfish player. And the other thing is whenever he's scarred or injured or got any wraps on him or bandages, he usually has a great game. Remember a couple of years ago, Scott had his head wrapped. He had a key player of the game.
He's got some Vaseline there just in between his eyes.
2 bandages as well.
And Eric Burks brings it back. A chance for Leopards to tie or possibly gain their first lead of the ball game thus far. Youngblood had it knocked away, and Conlon comes back with it.
Great defense by Cawthorn. Took that away.
Scamps inside to Cawthorn. Oh, great feed.
Oh, and that's what I mean. The little heads-up things, the easy things. Just backdoor. Cawthorn pivot in the post, look towards the basket to see what's that. So many guys just stop banging with the ball. Look at Cawthorn turns and just hits his man cutting underneath the basket. So many big men just stop bouncing that ball and banging their back towards, and it's such an unintelligent way to play in the post. Certainly, sometimes you have to look up and see what the other players are doing down there.
Terrell Myers at the line here. Makes them both. Some good free throw shooting tonight, not like we saw last week in the All-Star game when there was money on the line. That puts the extra pressure on, doesn't it?
Not a lot of money, though. Not enough. Speaking to Kevin Cato earlier, put some big money on that. I think we see a different type of All-Star game.
25 pounds a go they were offered last week as Burks.
Was it that much? You should have told me. I would have come down.
You'd have cleaned it out, Jim. You were a good free throw shooter, I remember, back in the day. Conlon for deep. Yes! Oh. Travis Conlon from way out for 3. Gets the applause of his coach. And suddenly the Shots are back up by 7. Depish to reply. Yes! Peter Depish back-to-back from Conlon's 3.
And Burks makes it happen with the penetration and kick. Back at you, Sheffield, as usual.
Not quite, though, from Travis Conlon in the corner. Brian Moore. Back out to Depish again. Oh! Yes! Peter Depish with back-to-back threes, and the Leopards are within 1. 3 of 3 from deep for Peter Depish tonight, and he is one of those guys. Once he makes 1, he'll make 3 on you.
Absolutely.
Oh, nice shake and bake in the feed. Out to Conlon for 3. That one's short. Rebound Cawthorn.
Got to box out. Mike Payne, window Payne. Oh,
long on the three there. Burks eventually in the corner comes up with it. He's pointing to Depish, trying to get him open. Oh, another good pass. Oh, sweet play.
Way to follow it up. Way to stay with the Youngblood.
And the Leopards have their first lead since the opening score of the game. And they're starting to get some noise in the house tonight. They like this move by Robert Youngblood with a great tip.
Yeah, nice, beautiful tip. He stayed with it, didn't give up on it. You know, missed it, so what, got it back.
Myers for three, yes, Terrell Myers reestablishes
Billy Mims is going
lead.
ballistic on the sideline. Said he missed that blocking, laid one of his men out.
There he is. He thought there was an illegal screen or a bump on the to get Myers open.
See,
the low post.
now they switch, you know, Wendell's out again. Cawthorn's in there. Cawthorn is a smart defender. He knows he can't bang with Youngblood, so he just gets his hand in there, tips it out, or gets him away from the basket as much as he can, so he has to play less defense. Why stop him when you don't let him get the ball?
Here he is now with the ball. Shot clock ticking down on the Leopards. It's round to Moore.
Beautiful.
Three as he pulls up for two. Short. Depish underneath. Levels the game at 48. The Sheffield Sharks have led by as many as 11 in the first period.
Look at the benches. Look at the difference in the benches now. Look at Sheffield's been sitting down and quiet.
Myers, my! Under pressure, and then the long outlet broken up by Myers. Two great plays back-to-back from Terrell Myers.
Absolutely.
Spinning his Cawthorn to Scantlebury. And he's forced to come out. Payne, he looks at it. Scantlebury going after it. Youngblood, Scantlebury inside with the putback. And back come the Leopards. Turned over to Mike Payne.
Coming back at him.
Myers from way out. Short. Cawthorn going after it, pushes it all the way back to Mike Payne at the halfway line. And Myers going to things, and look at the turnover count, 7-1.
Ooh.
One turnover in a half here for the Sharks. That's really
amazing.
good.
That's the execution. You always talk about it, and you know, for me, a lot of players talk about, you know, looking fancy and having to look nice. I like the execution. I like fundamental basketball. It wins championships.
Tipped away by Travis Conlon. And it'll be...
Look at Sheffield, but they almost expect to win. I mean, these guys, the Leopards bench, these guys were up a few minutes ago. Ball up to the feet.
Up and standing.
You know, trying to...
Depish again for three. Yes! Depish with the hot hand here in the second quarter. And what a big shot from Peter Depish. Here's another look, Jim.
Absolutely. Does what his brother did so well with years past. Bang. Hits it. It's always got to be a Depish in London.
Depish 4 of 4 from the three-point line. The rest of his team shooting just 25%. Blue 7 is the call underneath on Depish. And with, he's just having a chat with the referee on that call, is Peter Depish. Terrell Myers will sit down for the final 5 seconds here as Ian McKinney checks into the ball game.
Oh, I got a surprise coming for you. We got the shootout. The shootout in the Uniball final.
Next week?
Absolutely. In Birmingham. Billy Mims, who do you think he's going to take after this game?
He's taking Depish. He's taking Depish with that one. Who are you taking,
Who
Jim?
am I taking? Hey, that's a surprise.
What a play by Eric Burks on the buzzer with a huge spin. And a tremendous finish there with Eric Burks on that spin. But it's the Sharks who lead it. Thank you very much, Kevin. It's been a bit of a heavyweight slug out here tonight. They've been hitting them big bombs, going inside for the slams as we get underway with the third here, Jim.
Yeah, we're just warming up for next weekend. Holyfield and Lewis.
Scantlebury. Into the low post, broken up by Moore, but Scantlebury got it back. Conlon inside is short on the jump shot, tipped away. And and it'll be a Leopards ball. Cawthorn got the last touch. And here's another
Jump
look.
shot by Conlon in the paint. Yes, that's the work. See the battle going on in there? They're all inside that light brown area, that beige area in there. That's what we call affectionately the paint.
Lobbed inside to Tim Moore.
Good pass.
Good catch. Good catch by Tim Moore. He's got 17 already tonight. Missed just a couple of shots. And we're level at 55. Myers kicks out to Cawthorn.
That was a good call.
Foul is on Johnson. That'll be his fourth.
He tried to get the Hollywood on the bump away and didn't move his feet.
Billy Mims quick to make a substitution as Rashad Johnson picks up foul number 4, and Brian Moore will check in to replace him.
He hasn't been the factor that he was expected to be in this game, Johnson.
He's been in foul trouble. He spent a lot of the second quarter on 3, and he's picked up 4 already.
Oh, here's the heavyweights here. Here we go.
Traveling violation called on Will Johnson in the post. Lobbed into Youngblood.
Back in there.
Good
Round 2.
Blocked from behind by Scantlebury. Pulled down
Cawthorn with a big rebound.
by Cawthorn.
Oh.
Will Johnson backing in on Youngblood again. This time he's too strong. And the Leopards come back with it. Burks to Depish. Depish thought about another 3. He's yet to miss one tonight. 4 of 4 points with the turnover.
Good look. We got to complete the pass. Had Brian Moore in the corner. Moore putting it on the floor.
Kick. Depish.
3. Oh.
And he's missed one at last. First one he's missed from deep from Depish. Looking for something to happen now, finds Scantlebury, has Cawthorn in the low post if he wants him. Instead it goes to Myers. Myers, a couple of fakes.
Good steal by Moore. Can he finish it?
No,
right back at him.
because Conlon stole it right back from him.
Bit of a drought here lately.
Cawthorn loses it, gets it back. Off the glass, and we got a score. We've only had a couple of scores in 3 minutes.
Absolutely.
We had 100 points in the first half.
But as I said, you know, Cawthorn knows when to score. He knows when to put it. First time since the first quarter, they desperately needed it, and he came out with it.
Tim Moore to Eric Burks off the cut, off the back of the ring, and Johnson with the rebound. Conlon had it knocked loose, got it back. Johnson, short.
Look at that. Second shot.
Very scrappy here in the
Yeah, very scrappy. We left from connoisseur stuff from the end of the second quarter to a bit of scrappiness here.
Lobbed into Terrell Myers. Myers is hammered as he goes to the basket, and Brian Moore is called for the foul.
Youngblood was kind of lucky they didn't get the foul on him.
Is an interested man in the house tonight. Matt Brady, the assistant coach at St. Joseph University, and Terrell Myers, who went to St. Joe's. I was talking to him before the game, said this guy taught him everything he knows.
On the court, you mean?
On the court. And of course, Will Johnson as well, teammates. They were teammates at St. Joe's, both of them.
Their
coaches
well,
under Matt
give
Brady.
credit to them because 2-class young men, and they've added a lot to Sheffield Sharks as well as the entire league by their presence.
Pretty decent college, St. Joseph University.
Yeah, very decent. You know, they have a very good program and producing some very good players, very fundamentally sound players, as you can see.
Terrell Myers, one of those fundamentally sound players, makes the free throw and gives the Sharks back a 3-point advantage. Depish just handed it back over to
He grabbed the rim to put it in. He missed it.
The Sheffield players are moaning about it. I'm not sure if you're allowed to do that, are you?
No, you're not. That was a nice. There you go. Bring that basket down a little bit. I just lost a couple. I got bumped, lost a couple of inches there.
Well, the referees didn't see it, so whether it's legal or not, it counts. Johnson in the post. Johnson looking to spin on Youngblood, forced to kick
Good
out.
Good defense down there.
Myers for
here we
three.
go. Got the stroke going here. Well, Myers won't be quiet for long. Beautiful. What a rainbow, beautiful jump shot he's got.
That was another one of those bullet passes from Eric Burks, and Depish just couldn't hang on. It was that quick.
Yeah, like we said earlier, the thing about that is you got to be able to catch it.
Myers sells the fake. Myers driving through the middle, dishes it to Cawthorn. Loose ball, off Youngblood, Sharks ball. Billy Mims.
Billy Mims is on the way to
laugh about that.
Well, he's laughing, but he's not laughing inside, man. On the way up to commentary booth, he just was absolutely irate at halftime, saying, "Yo, tell him about the moving screens and all the stuff that's happening out there. We feel we're not getting the calls."
Brian Moore called for the foul there.
Let's see that again. Did Conlon push him off? Did Myers push him?
Billy Mims dropped his head when that call was made. Here is another look at it.
Comes off. Myers could be as much guilty for pushing there. Maybe Billy has a little bit of a point there. Youngblood against Cawthorn against Burks.
Yeah, they switched up there, Burks and Youngblood.
That was a good call. I mean, Burks knew that he had a post player on him and he was out of position, really. He's a bit of trouble.
Here's another look at it. They switched up. Cawthorn always going to work on Burks, and he had to gamble on the steal. There's another foul on Brian Moore quickly, a bump foul, and he's got another one in a hurry. Look at that, 15 fouls to 6, the Leopards.
I think, though, what you have to do in situations like this, and Billy probably tell him at the timeout, is whether you think it's going your way or not, just play your game. You only can affect the things that you can affect, and that's how you play.
Brian Moore picks up foul number 4. He's only been on the court for 10 minutes of action. Rashad Johnson, who's also on 4 fouls, only played 13 minutes. So there's 2 guys in the guard position picking up really quick fouls, Jim.
And he's been playing well. And he's, 2 outside shooters, and they need those guys out there. Is that 25 pounds?
No, he missed the first one. He doesn't count. You got to make him in a row. You got to make him in a row.
Oh, back court.
Stolen away by Scanterbury. Still Scanterbury.
Oh!
He went up high with 10 more there.
Oh! Who would have expected that? Scans with the dunk.
Tim Moore certainly didn't expect it as he went up for the block.
Oh, and Tim Moore coming back at him.
Out to Brian Moore in the corner for 3. Tipped away, jump ball, said the referee. Didn't quite know who it came off.
Yeah, that was it.
Jump ball.
That's what we call the parachute call there.
Here's Stedroy Baker into the game for Eric Burks, interestingly enough. Billy Mims leaving Brian Moore out on court despite the fact he's on 4 fouls here.
That's right.
With 14 and a half minutes still to play in this game. Tim Moore wins the jump ball with Scanterbury.
These offenses have to get, nice back door.
Baker to Depish for the score.
Certainly with this lineup that the Leopards have, they're looking to get it down low. Good back door, though, by Depish to give a little different twist to the offense. Curled around. Scans gets caught for one. Once he's gotten everybody else a few times today.
That Stedroy Baker pass is one he learned from Eric Burks there with that little zing pass into the low post.
Absolutely.
Depish can't convert the 3-point play. Cawthorn stumbling, but manages to get it to Myers.
Steady Baker, one of the many products that came out of Brixton Basketball Club down in London. Brixton boys.
Baker. Brian Moore Round to Depish. Depish for three again. Off the back of the ring, pushing the back by Terrell Myers to clear out Robert Youngblood. And the foul is called. And it's got the applause of everybody on the Leopards bench there. They were up on
a little sarcasm there, you know. We finally got one.
There's
finally got one. Is it still Saturday night?
There's Eric Birch on the bench here, Jim. Now, they've got Brian Moore on the floor with 4 fouls and Johnson on the bench with 4 fouls. Do you think they can leave Brooks on the bench for too long before?
Not too long. I don't know whether maybe Billy's not happy with his performance. I know he's got 5 turnovers, which is a lot. But you know, certainly the quality of player. Last year's MVP, you got to have him out there at crunch time, definitely. Especially
as you're carrying Brian Moore at the defensive end and the fact that he's got 4 fouls.
That's right.
Here he is playing defense on McKinney. Conlon backing in. Oh, great move from Conlon. He was fouled by Baker first and will go to line for a couple.
Sheffield smart posting up Conlon against the smaller Steady Baker, trying to go to him straight away. Conlon's a good post player for a guard.
Richard Wendell checking back into the game for Will Johnson. The struggle from the foul line here in the second half of it, Sheffield, haven't they?
Yeah, I think they'll kick themselves, could have opened it up a little bit, give themselves a cushion if Leopards do stay close at the end of this quarter. And again.
Both. And they've missed 6 now. It'd be a 9-point lead if they'd made all their free throws. Stolen away almost. Tim Moore somehow came up with it.
And that just typifies Tim Moore. I mean, he goes in there and he keeps going and keeps going. He's just a worker. Look at him. Loses his picks and keeps hustling. Nice and strong elevation. Got 4 guys around him, tips it in.
Wendell for 3. That one's short. Hitting that big 3 earlier this season. McKinney for 3. No.
Good D by Moore.
It was good D by Brian Moore, diving out of it. Depish has it. Trying to get it in. By Wendell. Depish gets it back. Depish under pressure.
What a great shot.
And the Leopards are in the lead after hitting the 8 points without reply.
Great shot off the glass, wasn't it?
Confirmation of that. 8 in a row. For the Leopards, and that's without their 2 starting guards.
They look like they're missing them big time.
Block. Scantlebury trying to come up with
paint. There you go.
The shots come out. Caught Conlon. Conlon under pressure. Booted away out of bounds off somebody's leg. It was Conlon's leg. And it'll be Leopards ball from the end.
This game has changed its flow, become very gritty, hasn't it?
Sheffield missed their last 5 shots, although they haven't been they weren't very good shots though, Jim, were they, those last 5? As Baker
some of them were. I mean, you know, attacking the basket. I see what they're trying to do, get the foul count up, so maybe it helps them in the 3rd, 4th quarter, but just not going down.
Wendell
got thrown out.
Rebound, Peter Scantlebury. Conlon through the middle, they were queuing up to block him. There was a foul.
Moore is gone.
On Moore?
He's gone.
No, they've called it on Youngblood. They've called it on Youngblood, so Brian Moore stays alive. He's still in this game. Here's another look. As Conlon goes through, who is it gets the foul? I think Youngblood got in front.
Yeah, got him with the body, and very smart by Conlon. They've been trying to get to the bucket and draw some fouls. Exactly what they want to. They got to hit the foul shots, though.
Here's the foul. Moore and Johnson on 4 for the Leopards, 3 for Youngblood and 3 for Will Johnson at the other end.
This is a ploy less sensible if you don't hit the free throws.
Exactly. You've got to make them from the foul line. He makes it at last, Travis Conlon, having missed 3 straight. And here's the free throw shooting. I mean, Leopards 60%. They have only been there 5 times, but 12 of 19 is bad shooting.
Wow. No wonder Billy's upset. Now that could be legitimate, but
what a play by Tim Moore once again.
Tim Moore
got up there to slam back his own missed shot, and he leads all scorers with 25.
Look how he battles. Look at this. Shoots and misses it, comes back. He's such a quick jumper for a powerful guy as well.
And there he is with the defense at the other end to rip it loose from Todd Cawthorn. And 25.7 rebounds. We're still in the third quarter. What a great performance from Tim Moore thus far. Short is Cawthorn, and it'll be out of bounds Leopards ball. Tim Moore, of course, would have been in the All-Star game last week. We didn't see him. He went home. He's just become a father. He went home over the All-Star break to go see his new child. And
right.
Hitch was not available for the All-Star game last week.
Congratulations to Mr. Moore.
Qualified.
It's great being a dad.
Sheffield get the ball back. Billy just explaining things to Stedroy Baker.
Telling steady on. We're about to make a move here, son.
Conlon ticking time down. The Leopards will still get an offense back, though. Conlon kicks round to McKinney. Good fake as Moore went flying. McKinney short, gets his own boards. Out to Conlon, and now they can take that shot if they want to.
Wow. Big, really, Sheffield keep going with these offensive rebounds. There, Myers.
Great pass to Cawthorn for two. And credit that last play there to Terrell Myers. Everybody was looking for the three. He zinged it into Todd Cawthorn, but the Leopards have really come back here in the third. They lead by 2. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this. Thank you very much, Kevin. We'll get straight into the match facts here, Jim, and take a look at the shooting. And you can see Sheffield, as Kevin said, only 12 in that third period, and their shooting took a dive with it.
Yeah, more importantly, anything else, the foul shooting. Now, they have an advantage. They have, 14 more shots at the basket from the foul line than Leopards, but they're not taking advantage of it, missing some that they should have knocked down.
And if we look at the rebounding,
wow.
Pretty strong on the
30-21.
There, yeah.
It's funny though, because a lot of the second ones are by Tim Moore getting his own rebound and tipping it back sometimes with a nice little dunk.
24 points coming off the bench as well for the Leopards. A lot of that is Peter Depish, who has 18 as we get underway here with the fourth.
Eric Burke still out of the game.
And Brian Moore still in it. Rashad Johnson, Eric Burks, the two guys who started in the backcourt, not on the court at the minute. Brian Moore, who has 4 fouls, as is Stedroy Baker. Here's Scantlebury now for the Sharks. To Myers. Time ticking down on the Sharks offense. Great defense. Turned away. No. Yes, stolen by Johnson.
Man, that hurts.
Scantlebury. Back out to Cawthorn and Conlon, and they'll slow it down. Well, they know. Conlon had it knocked away. Back comes Depish. Depish fouled, but it won't go. And he'll go to the line. Fouls on Todd Cawthorn. What do you make of this, leaving the 2 starting guards on the bench? Is he looking for to bring them in at the end for a big?
Well, it doesn't, really doesn't matter who starts and who doesn't, who's the star. Right now, they're playing well, so stay with them. I mean, I guess if you and I got out there and made a couple of buckets, he'd leave us. It matters who's hot. Different. So teams, coaches like to stay with who's hot. And a lot of times when your more prominent players are out there, on the bench and your team's playing well, you'll leave them, and if the guys are winners, they'll understand that.
But when comes the point that you have to bring in your starting guys? Or does that?
Of course, yeah, you'll bring them back eventually, but why now? Everything's going okay. What's the point?
Fair enough. We'll keep an eye on that, see how long it is before, or if at all, the 2 starters come back on, because as Jim said, they're in the lead, so there's no need to change things at the minute. Great tip from Johnson, I think it was, underneath.
As a matter of fact, defensively, you look out there, think Baker and Moore will be taken advantage by Myers and Conlon. They're probably the most tight on defense. It's the inside guys who are not really stopping them in right now.
They are both playing good defense, Moore and Baker. Brian Moore, that is. Here's Tim Moore, the game's leading scorer. Trying to get it into Youngblood and does so. Youngblood over Johnson, too long. Depish chasing it. Who did it touch last? Referee said Myers.
Depish doing a good job going to the boards offensively. He's gotten a few today.
Here's another look at this. I'm not sure this did come off Depish last. Tough to see, but the Leopards got the ball anyway. Moore spinning out to the other Moore. Brian Moore in the corner for three. Long rebound, Will Johnson.
I think if
offensive foul is the call, it's on Will Johnson, a moving screen, and that's the call Billy Mims has been looking for all game.
Yeah, Billy finally got his call. Hey, here it is. Here it is. What happens is Johnson comes there, leans. That's that leaner. He went headhunting, as we call it, and leaned in. We always say, try to say, set screens with your feet and get your feet there. It looks less like a foul.
Foul number 4, that on Will Johnson. He's the first Shark into foul trouble as Youngblood goes strong after it. Blue 7 is the call. Peter Depish called for the foul.
I think they don't get a score here soon, Leopards. You'll see those guards coming back in.
Well, it's amazing. We had over 100 points in the first half, and then both teams here in the second half have struggled to put the ball in the hole.
Yeah, they have. But, you know, it's a tribute to both teams being able to adapt to both ways of playing.
Myers with the quick release for 3 off the back of the ring. Tim Moore will chase it down. Tim Moore, under all sorts of pressure, gets his own rebound again.
Oh!
And had it knocked away.
Ooh.
Scantlebury knocked that away. Here's another look at it.
Was that a foul?
Nope.
Nah, looked like he was on that ball. Billy didn't think so, though.
There's a surprise. Defish going along the baseline, trying to get it to Youngblood. Does. Quick
Beautiful ball movement. Oh, didn't finish it.
Cawthorn. Cawthorn driving through the middle and foul. Billy was looking for a travel there. We'll take another look at it.
That was definitely a foul. He got on the bump. But he's obstructing his path to the basket is the official line in the manual. Not that we use it much.
Here come them 2 starting guards that we've been talking about, Eric Burks and Rashard Johnson.
And give the support guards credit for letting those guys rest. Now, they're fresh. The Sheffield guards should be a bit winded. Now, they should take advantage, you know, from Billy's point of view, and trying to attack the Sheffield guards.
And still the Sharks struggle from the foul line.
Likewise, Finch is getting quality minutes from Richard Wendell, resting Will Johnson. So, you know, both coaches doing a good job using their benches.
There's Johnson back into the game.
I think we'll see Ian McKinney and Michael Payne before this game's over as well.
Depish driving baseline. Nice move to the left hand from Peter Depish.
He's doing some stuff I didn't think he could do, really.
Myers driving baseline, had it knocked away. Back comes Burks as Johnson ahead of him. Round the back to Depish. Depish blocked by Cawthorn. And the Leopards won the basket to count. They thought that was a goaltend. Referee said, nope, that'll be just a foul. Here's another look at it.
Yeah, it's it coming at him. Burks with a patented wraparound pass. Cawthorn.
It was close.
What, was it close?
It was close to being on the board, certainly.
Well, yeah, I mean, it certainly didn't look like he fouled him when he was shooting, or maybe after he released it. But, you know, Billy and Leopards dealt with, you know, what they thought was, you know, inconsistent and a little bit biasness calls. And now Sheffield will have to do the same thing and stick with it and be smart.
Leopards makes them both.
The pendulum has swung as far as the calls.
We've been talking about the low scoring here in the second half. I think we have the points per quarter coming up right now. In a second, we'll have it after this offense as Cawthorn lines up a 3. That's in and out. Depish, Wendell saves it. Back out to Cawthorn, round to Myers.
Jumper.
Myers for 3, short. And Depish
playing a great game, doing a lot of different things. Known for being a shooter, but really getting on the boards today.
Burks loses the handle. Scantlebury running it back.
Oh, another dunk.
Just the layup this time from Pete Scantlebury. Here it is, what I was talking about, how low scoring it's been here in the second half. 16-12 and 5-all, Jim, after 20s and 30s in the first half there. It's amazing how slow they've been scoring in the second half.
I think at the beginning that some of the All-Stars were thinking about the All-Star game. There's no deep. Suddenly shoot him up, and Olay was the order of the day. Matador defense.
It's a 2-point Leopards lead. They've lost to Sheffield by an average of 30 points in the 2 league games so far this season. Bound for 3 off the mark, and rebound but by Scantlebury, although that was before the addition of Rashard Johnson, it has to be said. Conlon with Myers coming around the baseline. Myers for 3. In and out. There's a foul underneath. Chris Finch is applauding it.
Youngblood looked like he was upset about that last shot taken down there. He thought he wasn't a good one.
And the foul was on Ben Baum. It's his first personal foul. Here comes Ian McKinney, as you said. Back comes Tim Moore for the Leopards, and Steady Baker comes in the game as well, with Eric Burks going to take a breather.
Yeah, I think that Sheffield's done a good job trying to attack the basket, not really coming out with the results they want, and maybe do that and kick it a little bit out to the bomb squad, McKinney and Payne.
There's Eric Burks having a word with Billy Mims. He's just come out of the game for Steadroy Baker. Conlon fires up for 3. Sheffield short on that one. They've struggled with their 3-point shooting in the second half, as well as their free throw shooting, Sheffield here. Johnson lines up a 3. That one short. Rebound, Richard Windle. Billy Mims looks at Rashard Johnson and says, come on, let's move the ball about. We don't need that shot.
They're going a little bit individualistic.
Foul on Steadroy Baker, as Myers went through the middle here. Hard to see from that angle.
Hard to see. I've made enough calls tonight.
It's another one of them. If it comes down hard like that, they'll normally call it, because it looks pretty much like they're going to take his on. Myers spinning baseline and then coming all the way back out, handing over to McKinney. Cawthorne backing in. Out to Conlon. Conlon lines up a 3. And the rebound is
not going down for the Sharks, is it?
Who's going to win this game, Jim? It's a 2-point game, 4 to go.
I'm not too sure it's going to be by 7, as the bookies, supposedly the experts, said it was going to go.
You still haven't answered the question. Who's going to win, Jim?
I don't know. This is tough to call.
There's no fence sitting, Jim. Depish for 3! Peter Depish, a big 3, and the Leopards lead by 5. 32 3-point shots for the Sheffield Sharks, but they've really struggled. Windle through the middle is fouled. So, Jim, you were just about to tell me who you thought was going to win this game.
You guys are pressing me. This is like full court pressure.
And the answer is?
I think that certainly Leopards have the momentum. They can stay smart. I don't like the shots they're necessarily taking. I'm going to go with Sheffield.
Jim Brandon looking for the comeback as Richie Windle trims it to 4. Here's the foul trouble, which may come into effect, certainly on the Leopard side. A whole host of names there in foul trouble. Just Will Johnson on 4 the other way. Tipped away by Robert Youngblood. Got up to knock it off the ring. Once he's hit the ring, it's live. Johnson to Baker. Billy Mims calling 1, and his players responding to that. Looking to perhaps take some time off the clock. They lead by 4 here. Depish. Baker with the shot clock ticking down to Tim Moore on the buzzer for 3. Depish with a shot there, trying to go after it. Baker stepped out of court, and it's a Sheffield ball.
A credit to Depish really in that paint, which is not necessarily his forte. Being a team player, doing something that's not really what he does well, but doing a good job at it tonight. Rebounding in that paint.
Windle going inside is under all sorts of pressure. Here's Myers to Cawthorne. Cawthorne through the middle, thrown away, broken up, and comes up with Tim Moore.
That was a tough one.
And the Leopards here could be ready to do Manchester a huge favor.
You know, really, you look at, you talked about Bergs and Johnson being off the court for so long. Will Johnson and Peter Scantlebury off the court for a long time. Two guys who were making it happen for.
Blocked by Cawthorn, rebound again by Tim Moore, and he's fouled. And Tim Moore has his customary double-double already tonight, 25 points, 11 rebounds, but a tremendous offensive rebound. Chris Finch and his title-chasing Sheffield Sharks are in danger of slipping to defeat here, a defeat they can ill afford. Chris Finch has called a timeout. Let's go down and have a listen.
All right, listen. Listen, we want to come down here. We want to look to take the ball. We're in open. Okay, we're going to be in open. We want to take the ball to the basket. Okay, if they collapse, kick out for a three. Then we're in 12 defense. We're in 12 defense, all right? We get them to take a shot we got to box out. All right, we got to box out. The ball comes to you, you got to be ready to shoot the ball. All right? Everybody's looking to pass now. We needed passes 30 minutes ago when we were up 10. Okay? Now we gotta be smart to attack. Okay, plenty of time. 12 defense. Get good trap. Solid rotations. Commit yourself. Let's go. Here we go. Defense. 1, 2, 3. Defense.
Chris Finch in there in the timeout here, Jimmy. This could be a very big game in terms of the title race right here.
Yeah, it could be, and it could be a big game as far as the positioning, as far as the top 8. You know, Leopards, if they win this one, really opens that up for themselves and moves up the table a little bit with Newcastle losing last night. But, you know, Chris Finch, good timeout. Told him what he wanted to do. I think he's going to go to a zone press to put some pressure on their ball handlers a little bit, not necessarily looking all that great. There's loads of time left. 2 minutes and 18 is an eternity.
In and out from Tim Moore, but give Leopards have Manchester coming up soon, so they could change it around. This Thursday they play Manchester.
I was just about
saw that game up there where it took a Tony Holly shot on the buzzer to win. Tim Moore misses them both. Sheffield come up with it.
Yeah, exactly, and I think this will give them a burst, though. You know, really burst of confidence if they can win this, and they know they can beat the other top team in the league.
And of course, if they don't quite get that top 4 finish, there's a possibility of a playoff matchup. Cawthorn for 3, misses. Out. It'll be a Sheffield ball. Instead, Roy Baker diving on the floor to get it, but couldn't quite keep it in bounds. Here's Cawthorn to Conlon going strong. Blocked by Youngblood. Tipped it a couple of times.
What a tip by the guard
from Travis Conlon. Kept going after it.
Here's the 1-2 zone trap.
Baker under pressure gets it to Johnson. Johnson double teamed to Depish.
What they don't want to do here is give any layups up or give any fouls away.
Leopards trying to play keep away. They lead by 2 with 1.5 minutes to go here. Shot clock down to 6. Baker for 3, misses it. Youngblood with a push, but
got away with that
back.
Big push off there. Got the rebound.
Tim Moore going baseline. He knocked away. Tim Moore stumbles. Johnson, he misses. Rebound Myers, and back come the Sharks.
1 minute
with a chance to tie or possibly take the lead as we're inside the final minute. Myers from deep to take the lead. No. Rebound Tim Moore. He went up. He went up really high for that one.
Oh. There's an elevator out there. Did he get up? Chris Finch not looking very happy. He's been very stoic today anyway. Very un-Chris Finch-like. He's usually a very animated guy.
Just looking up at the scoreboard above us, and he sees his team trailing by 2 with 49 seconds to go. There's the 3 from Myers.
Look how high. Wow.
He was up there.
He was up high. Billy's over there bartering.
I think Billy's been asking for a sub or something.
Billy looks like a man at a Middle East market, bartering for some calls.
Eric Burks is coming on. I'm not sure why there is a sub unless Johnson perhaps has some blood on his face or something, and they've got to make us up for that reason. I'm not sure. It'll be 2 shots. The team's in the penalty, and Burks comes in for Johnson. And Tim Moore will go to the foul line for 2. He missed the last 2.
And you were complaining about, everyone was saying, well, should they have left Billy left the guards out for so long? But, his guards are a little bit more fresh. And Sheffield, now they're missing the shots they normally would hit. They haven't got as much of a breather.
This is a big shot. This to make it a 2-shot game here if Tim Moore can make this free throw. And he makes it a 2-shot
time left.
49 seconds to play. Conlon all the way. Great play, Travis Conlon. Cuts it to a 2-point game with 41 seconds to go. And there's a quick foul on Travis Conlon that will send Eric Burks, a 74% free throw shooter on the season, to the foul line.
He's really worked on that because when he first came in the league, wasn't a great foul shot shooter. All credit to him for really getting in the gym in the offseason working on that.
Quickly fouled by
that was a foul.
Conlon.
Good thing too. Looked like Myers or McKinney, one of them picked it off.
Burks misses the first. Some good news for Sheffield fans. Manchester lead by only 1 up at Manchester against Newcastle with 3.5 minutes to go. They look like they were cruising at half-time, but it's 84-83 right now. Eric Burks gets a breather after making that free throw, and Rashard Johnson comes on. There's Chris Finch. Will he look for a 3 to tie it or a quick 2?
41 seconds on the clock. Might go for a quick one. I don't know.
We'll see. Conlon has it. Conlon almost lost it. Knocked away. Great play by Rashard Johnson. And Travis Conlon just left it go out of bounds there. He thought it was his ball. Here's another look as Johnson knocked it away. Did Conlon touch it last? I think he did.
You think so?
I think it just came off his leg.
Hey, Deppich going to the line. This doesn't look good.
He's still asking the referee why that was a foul call. He said, I didn't touch the ball. I wouldn't have left it if it hadn't come off him last. But we've got a timeout for Chris Finch. 30 seconds to go. His team trailed by 3. Let's go take a listen.
Hey, listen, all right. You need to take this ball in quickly and go all the way to the rack with it and get a quick foul. All right? Don't play around with it. We're not looking for threes unless they collapse. We can get something quickly going to the basket. That's what we want. Okay? They're not a good free throw shooting team. We'll keep fouling them and putting them on the line. Okay? We get an open 3, yes. Okay? But we want to take the ball to the rack and then a quick foul. All right, same thing. Here we go. Let's go. Go. Defense. 1, 2, 3.
Well, he said
defense.
they're not a good free throw shooting team, and as we see, they're shooting 10% below their season average. But the guy they're sending to the line now, Peter Deppich, is the best free throw shooter on the Leopards team, shooting 86% this season.
Yeah, I think they wouldn't foul anyone but him futuristically in the next 30 seconds. But, good timeout by Chris. Says he wants to attack. He's a little bit annoyed, like I said, his guard. Too much shake and bake. Take it to the bucket. Get the ball moving, what Sheffield's well known for. Get the quick, easy shot.
He's an 86% shooter on the season, but only 60% tonight. But that's a big free throw. That is a big free throw for Peter Deppich in what has been a big game for him. 27 points tonight. And he makes them both. 2 big free throws. It's a 5-point game. Sheffield are going to look for a quick
penetration and score.
Myers throws it away. He throws it away right to Jimmy Fernandez right here. And that must be it now, Jim. It must be it.
Look at the pressure on Chris Finch's face. He's thoroughly unhappy with the way the team has performed tonight.
Youngblood to inbound, stolen away by Myers. Conlon running it back. Conlon to Myers for 3. Short. Tipped all the way back out to Myers. Myers under pressure, throws it away, saved by Johnson. No. Johnson comes up with Rashard. Johnson comes up with it. He's off and running, and he's fouled by Travis Conlon, but with less than 5 to play, it's over.
Game time. It is certainly over. we might get our 7-point spread the other way.
The other way, yeah. How big a result is this for the Sheffield Sharks, first of all?
Huge. Just a huge loss for them because they want to keep the pressure on. You know, Manchester playing a big final, heavy favorites. Maybe they'll win it and fall asleep because they finally got the trophy they've been wanting for many, many years. And, you know, maybe the chance for them to go ahead and steal the league from them. But, you know, had a little letdown and now giving Manchester a chance to get the double.
And conversely, how big a result is this for Leopards? It's really got to boost their ambitions for that top 3,
They're
top 4
playing
spot.
well. They're a deep team. They're an athletic team. You know, Billy's a great coach. And I just think that, you know, they've got an opportunity to put themselves in position maybe to win Wembley.
How high do you think they can finish, the Leopards?
I think they can finish the top 4 if they keep winning. I mean, you know, anything's possible. The other teams lose. They play some big games against teams they need to play. So, you know, if they can keep consistent and do what they have to do, the sky's the limit.
Will Johnson fouling out of the game, only 5 points here tonight. He's had 7 rebounds as well. They're waving him goodbye as he goes to the bench there. Sheffield, of course, in that first quarter looked to be cruising when they were up 11, but
you said it, you know, the foul shots came back to haunt them. If they'd hit some of those ones that, you know, they were penetrating the basket, getting fouled, maybe this is a one-point, one-shot game.
They led by 7 in the third quarter, Sheffield, but back came the Leopards, and they played smart basketball down the stretch here, didn't they, Jim? Rashard Johnson just looking to ice the victory here with a final point. And he does that. And Sheffield is basically going to run out the time here. They might get one last shot off. Todd Corfield does. And he doesn't make it, but what a huge victory for Billy Mims and his Leopards. He's out on court. Celebrating with his team.
Celebration.
Well, he might celebrate, Jim.
Yeah, he did. The swing of emotions. Billy Mims was absolutely, you know, hot as can be, halftime. Not happy with some of the things that are happening out there. Ecstatic right now.
The guys we've got to talk about, how about Peter Depish? He had a tremendous shooting performance tonight, didn't he?
Who would have thought he would lead them in scoring? I mean, certainly man of the match in my book, without question. I don't even want to vote on it. You know, guy not only scored, but when he got loose balls, got rebounds, just some things that he's not really known for doing or accustomed to doing with his team. Did a great job all around game.
Youngblood had 12 rebounds, but another guy who had a big rebounding night for the Leopards, Tim Moore, he had 12 boards himself, 27 points as well.
Youngblood, you know, really hit the boards. Both those guys, 24 points, Tim Moore and he, 24 boards in the game. I think they dominate the paint.
So it's been a very, very big win here for the Greater London Leopards and a big defeat for the Sheffield Sharks.